Hello and welcome back to Data Simplified. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you're all ready to bring in the new year. This video is a little bit delayed, so apologies for that, but I thought that today I would show you all to create a 2023 year planner, or as I like to think of it, a 2023 manifestation spreadsheet. So I'm literally going to go through all of this step by step. You can make yours as complex or as least complex as you like. You always can my videos, so feel free to skip through to the bits that are relevant to you and aren't relevant to you. So personally, I always like to start off with a dashboard because for my year planners, I tend to like to have a bit of a reward system going, so that as you put down your goals and you achieve them, whether you're manifesting them for your dream life, whether they're just goals you want to achieve throughout the year, whichever way you want to look at it, you get little rewards as you go along. So the first thing I like to do up here, I've renamed that tab dashboard, but I'll show you how to rename tabs in a bit, is total points for how many points I've achieved, and potential points, purely because I like to see the points go up. However, it's totally optional if you don't want to see that. And then I do also like to title everything. So I'll just bold and underline this and call this something along the lines of 2023 manifestations. Cool. So first thing I want you to do is I want you to think about 5 things that you want, 5 little treats that you want to buy yourself this year. Now, I like to break these down into levels because I'm into gaming. So to me, to complete however many levels you like, and as you'll see, this works for multiple levels. So you can do as many levels as you like. I, however, like to keep things simple and keep my numbers easy. So I'm going to do 6 levels on mine. So all I did there was write level 1 and then just drag down and it auto-populated for me. Here, quite a lot of people you'll see have done spark lines. So you can do spark lines if you want. However, I do a sum if formula, which I'll show you how to do to get to a certain number of points. And then in this part, we have rewards. And then in this part, we put when we achieve them. So you can call upon whatever you want. I'll just call it got question mark. So rewards then, what rewards do you want? So I like to earn more rewards as I go throughout the year. So personally, I start off with something little that I want. So for example, I want to treat myself to a book. So small reward below £10. Then the next thing I might want to buy myself would be a blouse. Again, you're building up sort of like a £30 reward. I would think about something for £50 maybe that I really want to treat myself to. So I know maybe a cheaper pair of boots. Then you're getting towards sort of like the £100 mark. So for me, it would be running shoes. Obviously, pick whatever you want here. And then level 5, I personally want to get my teeth whitened because I think that'll make me feel better about myself. And then level 6, I'm really into skydiving, but that costs like a couple of £100. So we will have skydiving, we spell sky correctly, as reward number 6. Perfect. Right, next then we're going to create some tabs. So we'll click on the plus button and I'm going to create all 3 at once, so click that 3 times. Then if you right click and you click rename on the sheet, this one I'm going to call weekly tasks. The next one I'm going to call monthly tasks. And the final one I'm going to call random tasks. Now, I know some people prefer to just work with a year, in which case, fine, just mirror one of these tabs and copy it for a year. I know some people like for quarters. Again, you can do this for quarters. And I know people just like to have a list of things to do, in which case, just copy the random tab. So we'll start off with the weekly tasks. Let's say we're going to start this from Monday. So Monday is going to be the 30th. So what I would do here is just simply put 30th of the 1st, 2023. And then below just equals that. If it wants to click on it for me, equals that plus 7. and then it just does the next week, and then we will just drag this on down, not quite to 52, because obviously we're a few weeks late here. And as you can see, it's just +7 every time, just until we get to the end of the year, or wherever you want to end this. As I said, if you're doing it for a quarter, stop it there. So I'm going to stop mine on the week starting Christmas Day week. Right, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to need some headings. So first of all, I like to think about my home life. What should I be achieving on a weekly basis at home? So for you, it could be just making your bed every day. For me, I like to put my chores in here. So for example, one of mine would be to make sure I hoover the house. So if it's a daily task, like I need to really start to make sure I eat breakfast every day, you'd put eat breakfast ×7, depending on what you want to do. So I'm going to have hoover the house. I want to clean the oven once a week as well. And maybe just have 2-3 of these, because you don't want to do too many things that it gets overwhelming for you. However, you do want to have quite a few. The other thing we're going to do just really quickly is just go across these top bits that we are likely to use and just click text wrapping and just hit wrap. So it looks like that, just because it looks a bit prettier. And I'm just going to center mine as well and bold them, again, completely optional. Then I tend to like to have a couple of work ones on here as well. So house is category 1. Work is category 2, so complete my weekly work tasks. Depending on what you do for a job, you might have regular tasks, you might not. I've got a few regular tasks that I have to complete on Mondays, so I'm going to put that in there. And then the other thing that I want to do for work, I want to learn something new every week. Again, depending on what your job is, where you are in your career, this could be different. Okay, and then the next couple I want to do are more sort of self-focused. So self-focused wise, I'm trying to get fitter and healthier. So I want to go to the gym 3 times a week. And then I'm also training to do a marathon. So I want to run 30 miles every week. And then I like to focus on your mind as well, because I always think you should put something in there for your mental health. So I've been getting into journaling lately, so I want to journal 4 times a week. So again, you can have as many things across the top as you like. I recommend probably 5 to 10, otherwise you won't stick with them. But remember, 2 for your house, 2 for your work life, 2 for yourself, and then 1 or 2 for your mental well-being. And then at the end, I just have a total column, and I also have a potential total column, because I always want to make sure that I'm hitting that potential total. And all these are going to be, the total column is simply going to be a sum. So if we put in sum and just drag across of that, and then the potential total will be however many points we assign for this. So some people like to work in tens of points, some people like to start low. Personally, for regular chores, I just like to give myself 2 points. And I just write that up here just so I remember how many points they're worth. And then how many have we got? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7, so the potential total for each week is going to be 14 points. And then in the cell below, just click equals on that and click plus and put 14. And then it should just let us click the little button at the end, or if you want to drag it down like so, till we get to the end, and then we can see the total amount of points that we could get for this, which is 672. When we set the rewards up, this will become more relevant later. Moving on to monthly tasks then. So monthly tasks, I like to set these up as 5 points, because they've got to be worth more because they're monthly. Then again, the months of the year, Jan, Feb, we'll just type in 2, because we're all about efficiency on this channel, and then we'll just scroll that on down until we get to December. Obviously, if you are just starting this, you may well want to start with February or a few weeks in the year. Again, totally up to you. So then to start off with, house-wise, what do I want to make sure that I am doing every single week? Well, every single week, I want to make sure that I am giving my house a full clean. bar this, I mean, you know, bathroom, kitchen, all that jazz, but yours could be whatever else. And the other thing that I want to make sure that I do every single week is change my bed, because sometimes I get lazy with it with being alone. Then we move on and we need to think about work. What do we want to do every single month for work? Full deep clean, we'll just change that to, and bar change my bed, because it's monthly. We need to be doing that 2 to 3 times. Right, then work, what do I want to achieve every single month? Every single month at work, I want to have made sure that I've spoken in a meeting, because I'm too quiet and I need to start speaking up a bit more. Don't really think I have any other monthly ones for work, but again, it's fine. We just need between 5 and 10, as I said. And then for sort of myself, I want to make sure that I treat myself to, well, not treat myself, but, you know, pamper myself to a full facial hair mask each month. So facial stroke hair mask. And then mentally, I want to make sure that I read a book every month. And the other thing that I'm trying to do is save more money. So what I'm going to do is, again, pick the appropriate amount for you, but I'm going to put save £100. I'm going to try and save £100 every single month. So again, I've tried to break it down to those 4 sort of categories of kind of house, work, and then yourself, whether you break that down into body, finances, health, well-being. And then again, we are just going to make this look a little bit prettier by clicking the wrap text and center buttons, and then we are going to do total. You can never type, can you, when people are watching you on screen? Going to do total, and for the total, and we'll just pull that across because we're also going to have the potential total. So I have 6, so that is 30 potential points every single week. We're going to start off with 30 and then equals plus. There we go. And again, just pull this on down. We can see our potential total is 390 points for the year. Finally, random tasks. So these I like to assign 10 points each to. Again, depending on your list, depends how you do it. And these are just things that I want to achieve throughout the year. So for example, this year I really want to go to Australia. And then what else do I want to achieve to make myself a better person? I want to save £1,000. And these can all just be very sort of random goals. You might have a goal to get promoted. You might have a goal to save more money. You might have a goal to have a baby. I don't know. They can be just personal goals. As long as they're tangible, so something you can measure into something you can go, yes, I've achieved that. I also want to run a marathon. Now, you can have as many of these as you like. I would recommend sort of 10 to 20. I can't think of that many on the spot, but you get the gist by now. You just write them all down there. And then again, we are going to have total, and we are going to have potential total. And these are 10 points each, so I'm again 10 and then equals plus 10, because we're only timesing by 1, because you only get 10 points for each one. Perfect. Now we go back to our dashboard. So potential points, we're going to put equals. Going to go to weekly tasks, scroll on down right to the bottom of the potential points, click on that. Then we're going to plus the potential points from the monthly tasks, and then we're going to plus the potential points from the random tasks. Equals that. That gives us 10,092 points. So just do a little bit quick maths here. Equals that divided by 6, 182. So that would mean that every level, if we weight them evenly, would be 182 points. I'm going to weight them evenly today, but you don't always have to weight them evenly. So equals, we'll use we'll use 200 and cut the last one a little short, I think, today, just to make this a little bit easier. So equals if. So this is an if statement. So if the total points are more than 200, then prize, else. We don't need to write else in Excel, do we? Else wait. And again, I need to practice what I preach a bit here, because I have not put my little hyphens that you click by pressing the number 2 button and the shift key around prize. And let's just correct our spelling and make this capital as well. Just got my little sign the wrong way around. I can never tell the difference between those. Something about eating it or something, I don't know. I'll find a hack for that once. And then we are just going to pull that all the way down. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to change these ones to more points. So for example, for the second one, 400, for the next one, 600, for the next one, 800. Then we're going to do 1,000. And then finally, we'll do 1,050. Just because, you know, you've got to be realistic. You are inhuman. You're not going to get, I want you to get the rewards. And realistically, you're not going to be getting all of the points. Like, there are going to be weeks where you're just not feeling it. You might